Hello everyone and welcome to today's video. Today I'm going to be talking about the Pacific Ascension results. And it was a very exciting tournament. Yeah, 10 out of 10, great tournament. And the winner is very much deserving as well. So, before we get into the results, let's first talk about the teams. So, here are the teams. We obviously have Orangutan from South Asia, Xerxia from Thailand, Fantasy United Esports from Vietnam, Bleed Esports from Malaysia and Singapore, D Plus from Korea, Scars from Japan, one team from Hong Kong and Taiwan, Naus Esports from the Philippines, Boom Esports from Indonesia, and Bonkers from Oceania. Have a look at the plays as well. You might know them, you might not know them, it doesn't really matter. Let's have a look now at the group stage results. And we'll first start off with Group Alpha. Naus Esports gained first seed, which is a bit of a surprise to me. I was actually not expecting Naus Esports to be first seed. I was expecting maybe Boom, possibly, but they had a pretty slow start to the groups. But very competitive either way from both groups, and sadly the one team was the 5th seed that was out first, but was behind now. So Esports at Boom Esports the 2nd, and Fantasy United in 3rd, which means that the home team Xerxia was out. Pretty sure due to a tiebreaker. As for Group Omega, there was a lot of storylines at the end of this group. Bleed Esports first seed, no surprises there. Then Scars, and then Bonkers. The Oceania team Bonkers has put Oceania on the map. With this amazing performance. They knocked out D+. First of all, Bonkers was the one of two teams to actually win against D+. So D+, they were out because they also lost to Scars in a tiebreaker as well. I'm pretty sure this is the map wins, I think. So yeah, they lost to the tiebreaker, and down in last place, the only team to actually go winless is Orangutan, which is a bit surprising to me because I was not expecting that, I'll be honest. So now have a look at the group stage. So I guess we'll talk about like some things that really that you know kind of pops out. First off with day one, and it was Xerxia versus one team, because obviously this was the first match of the day, and Xerxia was obviously a Thailand team, and they won against the one team. 2-1 victory for Xerxia, 14-12 on Ascent, 13-11 on Haven for one team, and 13-10 on Bind for Xerxia. It was Rolex actually getting MVP. Day 2, this was the only time one team actually won, was against Boom Esports, the 2nd seed. You see what I mean, is all that Boom Esports was struggling a bit outside of the gate. 13-9 on Split that went to Boom, but then 13-6 on Ascent and 13-8 on Buy went to one team, and it was Xyrus getting MVP for that. This is the big one though. D+, losing against Bonkers, a 2-0 victory. Very close again on Buy, and I was so happy, I'll be honest. When Bonkers won, I was screaming. But yeah, pretty unlucky for D+. They didn't have a good performance, I'll be honest. Throughout this whole tournament, they were pretty disappointing, in my opinion. So, I hope that they recover and they improve next year, because I'll be honest, I think, to be fair, if D+ actually did make it into Ascension, I don't think they will do well, in my opinion. Just because there's so many good, like, especially amazing Korean teams there. Maybe the only team that they could probably challenge is maybe Genji, if we talk about like full Korean rosters. But even there, like, I'm pretty convinced that D+ is probably gonna win there. But yeah, it was pretty disappointing performance from D+ as a whole. Day 4, nothing really interesting. I guess we're talking about Xerxia again, since obviously Xerxia, they only got their 2 wins. The next one was actually against Naus, which is pretty surprising. This is the only time Naus lost a game in this group stage. 13-9 on Bind that went to Naus, and 13-11 on Lotus, and 13-8 on Ascent went to Xerxia, and Alert gained MVP. Day 5, nothing really interesting there. Obviously D+, they get their 2 wins against Orangutan and Bleed. This was the only time Bleed actually lost, was up against D+. 15-13 on Fracture and 13-8 on Lotus. It was Esperanza getting MVP for D+. Day 6, I guess we'll talk about this. Orangutan, they lose against Bonkers, 13-8 on Pearl, 13-6 on Haven, and it was Lu getting MVP. So MVP for Lu on both Bonkers wins, which is pretty interesting. And this was the big one though. This kind of cemented Bonkers' place in the group stage. And I'm pretty sure, and this also cements as well Scars also into the playoffs. 36 on Haven, 37 on Split for Scars against D+, and was Jemkin getting MVP. Jemkin, he definitely put a name, he really put a name of himself, I'll be honest. He did really, really well in this tournament. So let's now get into the playoffs, and it was Scars versus Fancy United first, and it was Scars winning that one 2-0 victory for Scars. Pretty convincing. I mean, Crystal, he had the game of his life here, a plus 25 nap differential. Yes, I Can also did really well as well. I'm pretty sure he's also the IGO if I'm wrong, and he did really, really well. Split on 1-2-39 on for Scars, and then bind 17-15 for Scars. So it was a very close game, especially on the final map. But it's also pretty heartbreaking as well for Fantasy United because it was announced that Denizzi has retired. I'm pretty sure he's going to do studies over in America, so he will not be competing next year for Fantasy United Esports, which is pretty sad to see. I do obviously wish the very best for Nizzy. Boom Esports, they end Bonkers' Cinderella run in the playoffs. But to be fair, Oceania, they still did a phenomenal job, everyone, over in Bonkers. Pretty sure Bezek actually got MVP, I'm pretty sure, so he did a wonderful job here. Famous also doing a really good job there. RDW, he was the only, minimized well the IGO, he also did really, really well. But he kind of wasn't really there, sadly. Kind of when Bonkers really needed him the most. 13-6 on Haven for Boom, and 13-11 on Pearl for Boom. So Pearl was really, really close, but it just was not enough for Bonkers to win. Nals Esports, they lose to Scars, so Nals was knocked out because of the Japanese team. And I'm pretty sure as well. I'm pretty sure I said as well in my team's video. Watch out for Scars. Well, I didn't say that obviously, but pretty sure I said Scars were maybe gonna be the favorites. I might be wrong about that. I don't know. But they were super, super good. Especially at punishing people, and they were just a really good team as a whole. They were amazing. They were really good. Crystal once again having a game. Jemkin was also having a game as well. Yeah, there was some good moments from Scars in this match. 13-11 on Pearl and 13-11 on Ascent. So Pearl went to Scars, Ascent went to Nals, and 13-3 on Fracture for Scars. This kind of just, yeah, I mean, Nals I feel like they kind of also ran out. They kind of ran out of steam after it. Like there was like two really close games, and then Fracture was just a dumpster fire for Nals Esports. And performance-wise, because I forgot to check it, a couple 4Ks though. 3 4Ks for some Nals, one each from Senior Carl, Wiz, and Ja, and 2 as well from Scars, 1 each for Crystal and Alan. Bleed Esports, they win against in a very close game against Boom Esports, a 2-1 victory for Bleed. Scary, man. I mean, there's a reason why he is regarded as one of the top controller players in Thailand. And especially sort of from the home crowd, there was a lot of Bleed fans in that crowd. It makes sense, to be honest. It does make sense. As well, everyone else, I mean, like, especially like in Boom, Blaze King, and essentially pronounced Shiro, not Shiro for some stupid reason. They were also pretty decent as well. Lotus, 14-12 on Lotus, so very close there for Boom. 13-10 on Pearl for Bleed, and 13-10 in Haven as well for Bleed. So very close game for the final spot in the grand final along with Scars. And performance-wise, if we go to all maps, a couple 4Ks though. Scars got a real... Scary got 3 4Ks, which was pretty surprising, even a 1v3 clutch win. Neff also got a 4K and 1v3 clutch win. Blazekin got a 1v3 win, and Severine with a 4K as well. And Scars versus Bleed. Now, this was a nail-biter, especially early on Haven, considering because of one ace that happened thanks to Scary. To end off the map, and it was a 3-0 victory for Bleed. This just shows how scary Bleed are, and even some of the Ascension, and even some of the partnership teams, they may actually struggle against Bleed just because of how amazing they are. Really, really dominant. Showing from Bleed, especially from the hometown. Or I should say that was the home crowd favorite of Scary. having a plus 27 KDA ratio. That's definitely something. Scars, it didn't really look that good. I mean, they were kind of just, they were having a bit of an off day, and Crazy Guy, who's the IGL, he was really good at picking off players as well. So it was just super good for side of Bleed. But either way, Bleed Esports, they'll be joining the other partnership teams for the next 2 years, 2024 and 2025. Haven went to Bleed 13-9, 13-2 on Bind. That's how dominant it was, and 13-8 on Fracture. That 13-2 on Bind, ooh, that was that was something. But yeah, the ace as well from Scary, that really it kind of showed that Bleed has a lot of firepower, and I think they're going to use that quite a lot next year as well against the Pacific partnership teams. Because Bleed, they've been looking really good. I won't be surprised if they surprise some people. They get into maybe like the top 4, maybe the top 3, maybe just because of how good Bleed are, in my opinion. Performance-wise, there's literally the ace was Scary, and even a 1v4 clutch win. 4Ks as well. Crystal Game, 1 for Scars, and 2 coming from Blade, 1 each from Crazy Guy and Juicy. So that's really about it for me. Obviously, just a reminder, like, comment, subscribe. It would really help me grow this channel. And obviously, the next couple of videos will be Americas and EMEA as well. So that's really about it for me. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Catch you guys next time in the next one. Goodbye.